Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Seems nobody's in yet. Well, in that case, we shall wait for them to come. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing in the chat? I've recently decided just to do a bunch of these because they're so much fun to do. You know? See, we got low latency. Making sure we have low latency. What's up, Cheppy and Sean Montague? What's up, my G? What's up, Cheppy? What's your social security number? I'll tell you this. You give me the first number, and then I'll give you the first number, but you go first. And the first person to get all the numbers, wins. So, but actually, I'm gonna sit out a couple rounds, but you go like the first, couple, because I'm doing other stuff. We'll do it that way. I'm actually pretty dang tired today. Pretty dang tired. Of course, yesterday was Thanksgiving. Lots of stuff happened yesterday. Like, it was just a whole day of talking, which you would think, being a YouTuber, you talk quite a bit, so you're used to that. But actually, no. A lot of being a YouTuber is doing stuff behind the scenes. It's making sure that, you promote everything correctly and do all that. So I'm from the UK, so I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but how was yours? It's pretty good. Went to my first mansion pretty much yesterday. It was a mansion to me. I'm actually, now that I think about it, I don't think it was, but it was pretty nice. I'm like, when I walked into that house, I was mesmerized. Absolutely mesmerized. Like, I had no idea like a house could be that nice. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm poor as F. Poor as F. Professional sleeping bag. Stream I'm actually able to make for once. Hey, yeah. I mean, we do KOA at like 9:40. I think 9:45, 9:30. Because that's just when EA has the best time to do it. We used to do it like 8, which is a really good time for that podcast, or for a podcast in general to be around 8. But I did this one at 7:30 because I don't know, I like doing streams at 7:30. I think when I was doing the Resident Evil streams, when was that? March? May? I don't remember when those were. Whenever Resident Evil 8 came out, I played through Village on stream, and I think we'd start at 7:30, something like that. I don't know, like, that's just when I like doing them. But I mean, last week we did one at 7:30, and this week I am pretty tired. Maybe it's all the food that's just making me tired. But I did a lot today anyways, and yesterday. Was it a random mansion party with the boys or a family gathering? Family gathering. Very nice place. It's basically set in this neighborhood where it's just a bunch of old people that retired. So it's just really awesome. It's really, really awesome. Is lava wet? No? I don't think so. Isn't it molten rock? So I don't think it would be wet. I love Mushoku Tensei, but I'm an anime only. It's by far the best anime I've ever seen. Is there anything you want to see happen in the show that hasn't happened yet? Basically, hope for the show. I think I want to see Rudy reunite with Zenith eventually. I think that's probably going to happen anyways, but don't tell me. I'm not asking for spoilers. By the way, spoilers will get you kicked out, so no spoilers, of course. But yeah, I would like to see that. That would seem I think that's that and Ghislaine. I'm trying to think who else I would like to see. We see plenty of Roxy every now and again, but I would like to see Ghislaine and Zenith. Do people die when they are killed? Let me ask my friend Shiro Imiya. Hold on a second. Hey Shiro, people die when they are killed? He said yeah. I noticed you're not doing the AOT manga recap videos, and the first you did was taken down. Copyright strike? Nobody watched it. That's plain and simple. Just literally nobody. And I'm not really even exaggerating. Like, you know, I have, you know, almost 38k subs on this channel, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be really fun. People are gonna enjoy it. Makes total sense, you know, with AOT coming up next season. Something I'm interested in doing, and I'm reading through it anyways. And then I came out with the first video, and it's like 50 views in the first 12 hours or whatever it was. I'm like, wow. Now, of course, that could be just down to the thumbnail, because that used my old thumbnail style. I have a new one. Plus, I have a new way of titling things. So it could be that, but as of this moment, I don't know if that's gonna come back in the form that I was gonna do it. I still want to do it, something like that, something like a recap. But we'll see. I think I may do like a everything you need to know about AOT final season, like before it airs. I may do something like that, but that is like multiple seasons of content. So I don't. That would be a very long video. I'm doing one tomorrow. To everything you need to know before you watch Demon Slayer season 2. As something is happening on my screen. That's a weird glitch. That one's like 20 minutes, and that took me like 3 weeks to make. So they're not as easy as just recapping. You got to write it too. So it's really hard stuff. Well, I'm gonna lurk in the background and just listen in for today. Yeah, sure. Have you tried VR? Opinions? If not, you need to. We're almost at eye resolution levels in the high end tier. No, I have not. I have a computer that's VR ready, but it's just, you know, the headset, they cost so much money. And I don't want to buy Oculus. I don't want to support any Facebook stuff, so. What is your favorite pizza topping? Choose wisely. Oh, what is it? What? So I have a new favorite one. It's from Domino's in particular, which is the strangest thing. Let me go to the Domino's app real quick and like order a mock pizza. 'Cause I haven't ordered a pizza in a hot minute, so maybe if it'll work. But yeah, I mean, God, you know, pizza is some good stuff. Your recent orders. Mine is a Philly steak pizza. I didn't think I'd like that, but it's nice. It ain't that bad. Probably because most of the people who watch your AO2 videos are not manga readers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense as well. Yeah, I mean, even then though, I don't really know why that video got such a low amount of views. I think it got, because like I did the final season, or like I did like what they haven't adapted of the anime yet, and those videos did fairly well. They had diminishing returns, but they did fairly well for pretty much most of it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just an ill-conceived idea. Are you currently reading any manga? If so, which one? Ranger Reject. That's why you see Yumiko in the thumbnail. That is Yumiko from Ranger Reject, by the way. If you don't know what Ranger Reject is, It is the manga from Negi Haruba, who did the quintessential quintuplets. It's his new one. It's pretty nice, too. It's pretty good. I wonder what the rating is for it on Mal. It's probably like a... God, knowing Mal, it's probably like a 6 or something. But Ranger Reject is... I'm really enjoying it. Then again, I'm like a huge fan of like Negi Haruba. Oh, it's got a 7. It ain't a 7. I'd rate it a little bit higher than that. At least. It's got a 7.17 on Mal. I'm like really enjoying it. I think I'm like 25 chapters in. It's a little slow right now. But I really like the idea. It's basically like Power Rangers, but it's a shonen. So it's like really cool. And it's got Negi Haruba's design. So really beautiful looking characters. Really, really good art. But yeah, that's what I'm reading. I'm trying to think of what part in Ranger Reject I'm in. They're doing something right now. I forget. It's been a couple days since I read a chapter, but it's just really entertaining. It's just really entertaining. And if you're a fan of quintessential quintuplets or Negi Haruba, maybe check it out. Have you checked out Arcane on Netflix? Currently watching it now. And it's really cool, even though I've never played League of Legends. I think somebody DM'd me that on Twitter for me to check Arcane out. Who was it? But yeah, well, I guess it's not important who messaged me on Twitter. But no, I have not. I'm not really... I don't even know what it's really about. I don't even know what it really looks like either. I should look up what it looks like. Is this... It looks like painting. Is this actually what the show looks like? Hold on. I know like Drifter did a video of it. Something. Oh wow, this looks pretty interesting. Like visually speaking. It reminds me of like Dishonored. If you've ever played that game. That Bethesda game. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, that girl. Oh. Have you seen Nearly on Red's videos? He goes super in depth on anime, like a literary thesis, PhD defense level analysis of on Darling in the Franxx. No. I don't really watch much anime YouTubers, actually. The only ones I really watch are like Bob Samurai or some of my friends. I'm actually not really, as much as I produce like really analytical content, I don't really prefer to watch much of the analytical stuff. That's maybe my personality though. Because when I don't know, if I'm sitting down for a video, like a YouTube video, I just prefer to watch like gaming stuff or whatever. But I've heard of Nearly on Red. I've never seen that video. Astro Josh waiting for Demon Slayer Season 2 dub. Is it not out yet? Is it gonna be is it gonna be a simul dub? Because if it's not, then I have high hopes for that dub. Because they waited on Demon Slayer Season 2 dub. They waited on Mugen Train. So if they wait on Entertainment District arc, then my hope is that the dub is going to be really good. My question: one chair, one guest for Thanksgiving. EA, Satsuki, or Hollow? Choose wisely. Mm. EA. EA. I think I go EA. Yeah. Yeah, I think EA. Last I saw, it isn't yet. Well, that's. I mean, that should be good for dub quality. I know there's a certain Katakawa property that we don't speak the name of around here anymore. The dub for that sucked for season 2, and the season 1 dub for that certain Katakawa property was actually pretty good. Like one of the better dubs to come out that year. And season 2's dub is horrific, to say the least. Which, you know, who knows? Maybe one of the cast members is watching this. I'm of course friends with the Kid Nut who's friends with all those VAs. So I don't know if you're watching, I apologize, but it just wasn't that, you know, that great. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't take it personally, please. Looking forward to any games. I'm mostly concerned with single player RPGs as I get older. Let's see. What am I looking for? Elden Ring, Halo Infinite. Those two right now is like the two games that I'm really looking forward to. Pretty much equally as well. I know Halo Infinite's multiplayer is out, and I haven't played it in a couple days. Really longer than that, about a week now, actually. Love it to death. That's some really good multiplayer. As for Elden Ring, I haven't seen anything about it. I really don't even know when Elden Ring comes out. I think it's January, because I know they delayed it. It's like January or February or something. But I'm absolutely picking that up. I don't know if I'm going to do videos on it, because I have a gaming channel that I'm trying to get up off the ground. I didn't do any videos for it this week, because obviously lots of crazy stuff I got to focus on with the anime channel right now, so that stuff gets put by the wayside when I don't have time. But yeah, those are the two, Elden Ring and Halo Infinite. Really looking forward to Halo Infinite's campaign. Looking forward to just, you know, playing more Souls games as well, because I love those. Love Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is really good. Dark Souls 1, I can play Dark Souls 1 a billion times. Why do you love Vladilena, and why are you shy about it? Well, Lightning Eagle, why do you love Vladilena, and why are you shy about it? Brenda, are you going to keep the AOT videos? Yeah, I mean, I think it would kind of be suicide for my channel to not cover AOT, considering how much people enjoyed my AOT videos. So I'm actually probably going to be expanding the AOT videos for next season. I'm going to have pretty much the same thing I had when I did AOT videos earlier this year, where I'd have like Sunday I'd have the reaction, Wednesday I'd have, what was it, like the more analytical just version of that, and then I think I'm gonna have like a third video talking about something, because I have the benefit of like knowing where the story goes, so I can create like an extra video that before the season even hits, of something that's like really interesting, so that pertains to what happened that week. So yeah, definitely gonna keep them. Have you watched the Netflix Bebop? If so, how did you like it? So Bebop is my favorite anime of all time. Yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty sure. I was thinking, is there anything else that's topped it since then? No, Cowboy Bebop is definitely my favorite anime of all time. Probably my favorite anime soundtrack of all time too. I still listen to it like regularly all the time. I saw clips, thanks to Lightning Eagle, last night from the Bebop live action, and Faye Valentine said some stuff, and I did not want to watch it. It was like, no thank you, because I thought they were just gonna remake it. That's kind of what it seemed like. They were just gonna do a lot, like just a live action remake, but no, No, no. It's just it. And if you're gonna do something original, in my opinion, just like do an original, just different retelling of it. For God, like go really crazy, do your own sequel to it if you wanted to, but no, it's terrible. That's what it seems like. Because dialogue's really important for Cowboy Bebop, so the dialogue's not good, and I'm just not interested. Hey, SeaTactics, my eyeballs exploded and I'm in constant pain. Can I get a shout out? Saucy the Savage will give you a shout out. Why isn't it Bintiful? Moving on from that, I am shy about it. I am not shy about it. That naive, stubborn idealist is on my 3x3. Well, Lightning, I don't know. It seems like you, like, Vladilena, and not me, because I love Saber. Have you watched Arcane? I have not. Apart from AOT and Demon Slayer, will you be doing, videos on any other winter anime? I have it penciled down, I really should say. If pinned, that would be permanent. I have it penciled down that I want to do Record of Vanitas, because I'm currently watching it right now, and I'm really enjoying it. And I think it would be a brilliant, like, third wheel, I suppose, for my content next season. At least, you know, like, the videos will actually be entertaining. I don't want to do it, like, because, like, I was going to do Komi-san this season and Blue Period, but I realized a Blue Period, I I wouldn't say anything really interesting. And with Komi-san, like, I did the first video and I was like, okay, yeah, people are not going to watch this. It won't have anything interesting. I won't have anything interesting to say. So I want to have series where I have something interesting to say and theorize and analyze. And if I don't, then I really don't want to talk about it. Not that I hate it, not that there isn't anything to talk about, but I'd rather make like a one singular video on it, talking about an aspect of it or whatever, rather than, you know, because like I don't know, like with the Komi-san, for example, I wasn't able to come up with anything out of the first week. So yeah, definitely doing Demon Slayer Season 2. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting because AOT's on a Sunday and Demon Slayer seemingly is going to be on a Sunday as well. So, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a long day. Long day. I don't hate it. It just isn't. I don't hate it, just didn't like Faye. I mean, I liked her design in the live action. I like the way they did her get up. In terms of her looks, I think it fits. But like the actress herself. But yeah, I heard there's like a lot of weird stuff going on with that adaptation. It's a Netflix adaptation. What did you expect? I expect competency. Which I mean, if you want to look at it a certain way, you could argue that Netflix adaptations are at least competent, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. And I don't know why Netflix doesn't actually put effort into their stuff. Like, why would they want like bad adaptations to be synonymous with their platform? They're just doing the same thing that Hollywood does at that point. They're just Hollywood the sequel. So I don't know why they're doing that. I remember Netflix was like the cool thing 10 years ago, and now it's like Netflix is almost kind of like a joke when it comes to their original adaptations. Like, remember, like, God, there were so many great shows. I remember House of Cards. Remember that? Remember that show? I mean, that was the show that got people on Netflix. And like since then, there's been a couple things, but man, it's not what it used to be. Not what it used to be. Which is funny because, like, even back then Netflix had problems. Like like it's been such a short amount of time. It's just been 10 years since I've been on Netflix. Like, it seems like there's always an issue with Netflix. It's either like not good adaptations is the new one, or they don't have a good selection. Like well, they probably still have this problem where they just put literally anything on their platform just to say, oh, we got new shows to catch the widest net. In my opinion, I don't know. I don't look at Netflix really anymore. It's just not an interesting platform to me. It's not compelling. You should watch Arcane. I think this is the third time somebody told me to do that this stream. I mean, I'll give it a shot. I'm not saying I'll make a video about it, but I will definitely give it a shot. I am liking the Blade Runner anime right now. Yeah, I think I watched... What was the one that came out like a year or two ago? I watched that one with a friend, and me and her quite enjoyed that film. It was a film. Was it a film or like a short film or something? So yeah, that was one that I was interested in, was the Blade Runner anime. So I'll definitely eventually check that one out. Bad, but not as bad, which makes it better. Are you going to review episodes 1 to 12 of JoJo Part 6 for every release or an episode at a time? I don't know. Like, I was going to do weekly JoJo stuff. I was going to make the effort, but if they're dropping it like 12 episodes at once, I don't know how I'm going to be able to make content about that with the way that my channel is currently, like, what people expect from my channel. Like, I can't do like a reaction to episodes 1 to 12 of JoJo, and that's going to be like a 12-hour video. So probably not 12-hour, probably like a 6-hour video. But I was excited for it too, and I'm still going to watch it, of course, but it makes it so complicated. Because I can't do the episodic stuff for that. I'd have to make videos about it. And then if, like, I'm going to make videos about it, why would I make videos, like, for every content drop? Why would I not just wait for the whole series to come out and then make, like, a whole complete overview of the series kind of thing? It's like, what am I gonna, like, it just doesn't make any sense. They should have did weekly. And the thing is, it's like, it's coming out first on Netflix over where it's airing weekly in Japan. So I can't even, like, do it by Japan air date. So it's just really complicated, and I don't know. I wanted to. JoJo's like a big pillar of my channel. Like, JoJo is pretty big for my... It's like, my first big video was a JoJo video. So it sucks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see when I watch all the 12 episodes, and maybe I don't know, leave it up to you guys. But especially with next season, with all of the anime that I'm already looking to cover on this channel, I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in, and I don't know if I could make good enough content that you guys would enjoy. Because I don't want to put out bad content. Or, put out content just to put out content either. Excited about AOT Season 4 Part 2? Yes! So excited to see it all adapted. Oh my god, there's so many things I cannot wait for. Netflix is Hollywood now? Yeah, that is true. Effort equals work and creative thought. Netflix adaptations, laziness, and cashing in on the name only. Yeah, it seems like a bunch of suits. We're just like, yeah, let's do Cowboy Bebop because that's the thing. We're plucking from Japan now. And then, I don't know. The whole thing, not fun. That was a short that they made into a full series. Interesting. Yeah, I think I remember that short from years and years ago. EA with the base takes. I forgot that I was having stream music on here, which makes the streams feel much more alive. But it's playing an ad again. I forgot. Do Netflix adaptations make that much money? I think they're trying to bank on nostalgia with a hit or miss adaptation. I know they're not profitable because they're spending so much money on adaptations. and new stuff. So doesn't seem like it, I think. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what is that? What is that headline? There's like Netflix profits. Yeah, yep. It seems like they're still losing money because they spend so much. They're spending more money than they're making currently. Just trying to get out content. Which is, which is what a lot of companies do. Like when you're in a big growing period, you spend more than you make. I think right now they're doing that with Xbox Game Pass. So I think, not mistaken, I think Game Pass they cut even. So I don't know. Don't know. Love me some Game Pass. Yeah, what is the last game I played on Game Pass? See, I'm starting to run into the Netflix issue with Game Pass, where it says I don't play much games. So, like, I don't know much games I'm playing on Game Pass. I mean, I'm trying to get through Yakuza 0, but it looks like I haven't played that in months. Looking at my catalog right now, scrolling through it. Of course, Halo Infinite's on. I mean, technically on Game Pass, but not really. What do you hope for the Crunchyroll and Funimation merger? Better dubs. Get back to making good dubs for Funimation. Less focus on simuldubs, more focus on putting out good dubs. I mean, there's not really much to look forward to with that merger. It's just more of the same, right? But either way, it's creating a monopoly, so it is what it is. We'll see what happens in a couple years with that. Quit skipping my questions. If it's too political, you can skip it. Wait, what question did you have? That would be political. I mean, I don't get into political stuff, but I don't think you've said anything political. Did I tell you that I'm a manga guy now? I mean, I could tell. I could tell from the Discord chat. You're reading quite a bit. I remember when I used to try to get you to read stuff. You'd be like, I don't read. That would just be your response. And now you're like, I read now. But I'm glad. I'm glad you're reading stuff. It seems right now you're into kind of slice of life comedy shoujo stuff, which is really interesting. I didn't think you would go for that first, but no hopes, only fears, the merger lol. I mean, here's the thing about this. Corporations are lazy. I mean, we know what's going to happen. It's just when it gets, like, when it happens. Like, how long is it going to take when that happens? Funimation and the Crunchyroll merger, and I just don't like Sony. Like, I don't like Sony Music Entertainment. I don't like Sony Interactive Entertainment. I like some of the games they put out. I like Uncharted. I like, what other game? Killzone. I like God of War. Love God of War, but I don't really like any of their other stuff. I think Their console currently looks like for the PS5 looks, visually speaking, really bad. I was trying to think of something to compare it to. A router? A heater? I mean, the console itself seems fine, but like the terms of its looks, I don't know. I was gonna get one, I think last month, but I didn't have the money, so I was like, damn. I mean, I already got an next-gen console. I have the Xbox Series S, because that's the only one I was able to get. And you know, I play on all consoles, so like I have a Switch. You know, I have an Xbox One. I have a PS4. I have all the PS4 consoles. I have most of the Xbox consoles. I got a One, an S, a 360, a couple 360s, but I don't have the original Xbox, which is what I want, which is what I'm working on. I want to get 2 of them. I want an OG one that's like clear, because I've always wanted one of those. I think it's like an Australian one. But I want a clear Xbox, and I want a normal one so I can mod it. And, you know, do a bunch of crazy stuff with it. Because it's a great emulation machine. Sony having Funimation and Crunchyroll is creating an anime monopoly, but they have to compete with Netflix's, who's buying series like JoJo and releasing 12 episodes a period. Yeah, it's just shit, right? It's just like nothing good is happening in terms of this battle. This battle makes no sense. You know, it's the consistent anime established companies from Japan that Sony's bought, and then it's Netflix, who's releasing, who's trying, like in terms of their release schedules, I guess, but it's like their subtitles suck and their dubs, relatively speaking, are horrid for their release periods. Like they take forever to do dubs for their shows, and they're not good when they even come out. So it's like if you're gonna do dubs, and if you're gonna wait on doing dubs, like you should, like why are we putting out crap if we're taking the time and giving people time? But then you hear about it, and it's like, oh, they gave them a shoestring budget and like a week to record the whole damn thing. It's like, what? What are they doing? What are they doing? It makes no sense. Why can't we have someone more competent behind this? It's not that hard either. Like anime is big. Anime is big, and it's getting bigger now. It seems like Sony realizes it. Netflix is like, well, we kind of realize it, but we don't want to spend much on it because we're Netflix. We don't want to spend much on it because we're stupid. I don't know. Profit over putting out anything quality. That's late stage capitalism for you. So when do you want Vladilena in Halo? She would probably not fit that very well in the Halo universe. Sergeant Johnson would be like, oh, I know what the ladies like. Vladilena would be like, oh, you do? Interesting. Let's have an idealistic breakdown about this. And it would not work. Actually, we kind of do have a Vladilena in the Halo universe already. It's Captain Lasky. Corporal Lasky? Sergeant Lasky? He's in Halo 4. Solid game, by the way. It's the Call of Duty Halo. I now read more manga than watch anime these days. Yeah, I'm getting back into it. For the past couple of years, I haven't been a big manga guy. I think the biggest manga that I've read is like AOT in the last couple of years, is like AOT and Blade of the Immortal. I think that's it. But before, I used to be big. Like, manga used to be like a big portion of my channel before Japanese companies came after my throat. Because I don't know, I did a review of Quintessential Quintuplets when it was like 20 chapters in. They were like, nah, you can't have that. And then they went after like my Shield Hero manga video, which I was able to put back up, thankfully. And that's still up too, if you want to watch that. I did a lot of stuff. I did Demon Slayer. before, like when it was also like 20 chapters in, manga used to be a big portion of my channel, and I just can't do that stuff really anymore. Yeah, it takes a lot of work now. You gotta remove all the dialogue boxes and like all the stuff that I did with my AOT stuff is basically like the standard now. And if you don't do that, then you're fudged. What parts are you most excited to get animated in AOT Season 4 Part 2? Well, I can't say because I don't want to spoil anybody. But everything, honestly, just everything. And to see what parts they improve as well. When it comes to anime, do you prefer story or action sequences? I prefer a great story like AOT, which gets me interested in coming back for more, but most shonen prioritize action over story. I like action, of course. You know, I'm very big into Demon Slayer and JJK, but I prefer story. There's stuff to talk about when you have a series that has story. The series like Demon Slayer, it's sometimes you have to really, it's theory heavy, not a bunch of, you can't really analyze a character too deeply with Demon Slayer because sometimes there's not a lot to talk about. There's like moments, like Rengoku's death sequence as an example is like a thing you can definitely break down, but like I don't know if there's many things you can break down other than that so far in Demon Slayer. And that's why I prefer a story. With AOT, it's a big story series, which is really interesting that a lot of shonen people watch AOT and read AOT. You think they'd hate stuff like that. If he doesn't see it this time, please hunt him down and force him to read it. Read what? What am I missing? Is it not showing up? I don't see anything. Let's see. Let's go over here on the OBS screen. But I'm not seeing anything. I cry. Best part of Thanksgiving is leftovers. Yep. Putting the turkey, mashed potato, stuffing, etc. all in one sandwich. I love UEA, they're best. I know a lot of people don't like Funimation and Sony, but I like how fast they release their dubs. Someone who's visually impaired and borderline illiterate, prefer dub to sub. Yeah, I mean, the thing with releasing dubs quickly is that if you're not... Okay, I'll say that. I think Crunchyroll's weekly dubs, or simul dubs, or whatever they call them, are much better than Funimation's. Funimation's weekly dubs I do not enjoy them. I don't think they're good at all. I think whoever is writing their dubs should not be writing their dubs. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of really good ones. I'm not trying to, do a blanket statement there. There are a lot of dubs that I've seen for Funimation that put in jokes that are not funny or like they'll put in like political jokes or references to like slang like sus or whatever, and they'll make like it's not good, and I don't think they should do that. Even for the fans, like the really terrible fan service shows, I don't think they should even do that for those shows. I think they should just focus on creating something that's actually funny and good, not something that's like, I don't want to say it because it's not the accurate phrase for it, but like this like woke-ish Reddit and Twitter style humor. Like you can just tell a lot of the writers spend a lot of their time on Twitter. A lot of their time. I remember when that happened. Yep. We will review Daily Life of High School Boys. When will I review? Let me just Google that. That sounds not very fun. It's got an 8.2. What the but it came out in 2012. Nobody would watch this show or watch my video on it. They'd be like, this makes no sense in the context of your channel, SeaTactics. And they just not see it because they wouldn't watch it. Also, YouTube probably wouldn't promote it. You read any light novels? Reading 86 currently. Trying to read 86. I got volumes 2 and 3. I only read manga when the anime is bad. Example, Tokyo Ghoul. The other one. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is a very good manga, not a very good anime. Season 1's fine, but everything else is pretty bad. And there are people that still try to defend it. I don't know why, but they do. I read mostly Shonen Jump because you could keep up with it weekly and it's free. Yeah, well, that's another thing. It's like currently it's free, so it's very easy to keep up with all of the series. Hey, and if you want to do like an anime channel, dude, all you need is Shonen Jump. That's like you will, and if you put out good weekly Shonen Jump reviews like that are competent and are entertaining, you're good. You're good. You got it, man. Any thoughts? Oh, well, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that a lot. Any thoughts on shift from American kids reading comics to manga due to political correctness, wokeness, virtue signaling, comic industry is dying? I don't really like, I won't speak on like the wokeness, correctness, political correctness, virtue signaling stuff, because to be honest, I just kind of ignore that stuff. In my opinion, the more you ignore it, the better your life is. And in my opinion, I have better things to focus on. That is just me. As for like the shift, it makes total sense. I just think that a lot of American stuff is it's just not as interesting as it once was. You know, like at least for me, I'm speaking, I guess, from myself. I find Japanese entertainment much more interesting because it's so different. Whereas with American stuff, it's the same thing over and over, if that makes sense. And I don't mean that in a sense of like there's no original stories. I just mean like it's the same formulaic crap, you know? It's like Marvel movies. That's all we got. Because that's what they want to push out. And that's what makes most money because that's what casts the widest net and gets the most, most eyeballs. Which nobody like I think the last movie that I've seen in theaters that wasn't a Marvel movie or whatever was, this is years and years ago. Is it, I was going to say The Happening. It's not The Happening. It's the one where Leonardo DiCaprio gets mauled by a bear. Whatever that one is, that's the last one I saw. That was pretty good. But I think since then, I think I've saw Creed, first Creed, which is pretty good. And recently, the last movie I saw was an Oasis documentary. So that's the last thing I went to a theaters for. So Funimation takes more liberties with lesser known anime rather than better known anime. You'd never see them use slang with it. Yeah, I agree. Except for Wonder Egg. Wonder Egg used the new cap. That was God. Kill me. Call it a retro review. I don't think people come for reviews on my channel anymore. I wish that were the case. There was a time where that was, but no, just watch to laugh with me. Bro, yo, what's up, bro? I don't think people aren't reading comics as much as they used to because political correctness, but manga is a different medium. I mean, I don't know much about comics in general. I'm actually not. I should have said that. The first thing I said is I've never been into comics. I've always read manga or manhwa over anything else, really. Or just, actual just normal books. Oh God. George Lopez. Your messages have disappeared. It's because messaging over plot always now. By the way, that was my question. Interesting, must have blocked due to word using the question. I think it's just a YouTube thing. Like, I don't see a lot. Like, I don't even see it. Because, like, if there's like a blocked word or something, it'll pop up. Like, I will see your message, nobody else will. It'll say show or remove. And I have the option from there. But I don't see any of that. And, like, I'll tell you, like, if, like, usually, like, if something is, like, pops up like that, I'll usually show it. Usually it's just, like, something like somebody had a curse word or whatever. Very rarely I have to block a message from the auto mod. So. The closest a cartoon has gotten to an anime for me is Invincible. I have my issues with that too. Example, Amber. See, what was the last cartoon I watched? It was Affinity Train. I think. Not like Demon Slayer Mugen Train, but like I think it was actually called Infinity Train. I watched that with my friend Francesca, and we quite enjoyed that. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. I think it had the same girl that played Ellie in The Last of Us in that. I know she does a lot of cartoons anyways, but that's pretty cool. That had a really interesting story. I was looking at some Marvel games and it made me sad. I don't like comics as much anymore. I don't think Marvel is just any good. I just don't. And I don't know if that's a controversial statement in this day and age, because I just don't keep up with Marvel. Like, I'm interested in going to see the new Spider-Man film, but then, like, Geekdom puts up a video, like, and I see the headline and I'm like, do I really want to spend my hard-earned money on that movie? Like, I know they're going to have, I forget his name, but basically Dr. Ock from Spider-Man 2 in it. And I love Spider-Man 1 through 3. I think even the third one, I even love the third one. I love those films. I love Toby. I think Toby, he doesn't, he's a solid actor. And those cast, I mean, that cast was really solid. I think that cast, James Franco was in there. You got Bruce Campbell with his cameos, and even Macho Man was in the first one. Like, dude, those first 3 Spider-Man films were awesome. And Sam Raimi, good director. Good director. He has some weird stuff, but I love his Evil Dead stuff. Like, dude, Evil Dead is a classic. All of them are. I even like Army of Darkness. Even though that took like a whole, like, that movie has taken on a whole different life than what the first 2 Evil Deads have. I will watch Army of Darkness all the time. Like, if it's on TV, if I'm in front of a television that has like a cable box hooked up to it, and Army of Darkness is on, I will sit down and watch a little bit of it. Great film. Fun film, maybe is the best way to put it. But yeah, Marvel games are just not good. I don't think like Marvel games are. I haven't played the Spider-Man ones, but I guess I'm talking about the other ones, the ones that aren't produced by Sony. But like, I think the last. Let's see. What's the last Spider-Man game I've played? I think it was on PS2. It was like the cel-shaded one, where if you beat the game, you could play as Venom. I remember that one. I got that for Christmas. Love that game. Good game. Oh, but the X-Men Origins Wolverine game is really good too. That's a really good game. I wish they would do like a new X-Men game in the style of that. And just have you play as Wolverine, just being a total badass. I even remember the trailers for that game were like, the first movie game that doesn't suck. And sure enough, it didn't suck. Like, wow, that's awesome. And like, they took such pride on that too. Like, I remember like reading interviews and watching videos on like IGN where people were like developers of the game were like, yeah, we made this game so it wouldn't suck. Like, Jeff Keighley would be like, all right, there it is. Doesn't suck. was back when Jeff Keighley was Jeff, where he was as big as he is now. Do you know of an anime called Go-Go 13? I do. I've heard great things about it. Probably because Western comic shows the same theme, while manga has more diverse form of story. Also, just, anime girls, that helps. A lot of Western comics focus on superheroes and that's it. Yeah, I don't know why that is either. Maybe it's just... I don't know. I can't even think of a reason for that. Hello, Zevjon. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the rest of that. Toby, best spider, bro. Exactly. He's great. The villain Sandman was pretty cool too, dude. I mean, I remember the special effects in Spider-Man 3 were so good for back then. They're not that good now, but is what it is. I hate weeaboos that are like American media's garbage. Besides a couple of cartoons from my childhood, Avatar and Vader Sim, I don't seem myself watching anything else besides anime. Same. I'm not gonna go out and say, my watch here is... Oh, hey, look, my watch tells me I was very good for staying active for 30 minutes today. I stayed active for like 4 hours. What is my watch saying? But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say all American media is terrible, because it just isn't. It's harder to sift through it now because it's so democratized. Do you know when Tact OP Destiny last episode? Wait, do you now when? No. When does the last episode air? I guess in December? I guess like the last week or last week of December, first week of January, most likely. Deadpool game was Deadpool games was really game. I do remember wanting to get that Deadpool game, because I think it had pretty decent reviews. I remember like the devs fought for that game to be like good, but that was that. How old is that game now? Like 4 or 5 years old? Let's see. If it's cheap, I may pick it up. Oh my god, 2013. It came out 8 years ago. Holy crap. 8 years ago. What? And it's going for $60? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to like actually buy this game, aren't I? Oh my god, it came out on last gen as well? Oh. X-Men. Oh wait, let's get some action. X-Men groupies. Dude, this product description is weird. Let's see, where was I? Here's an example. High Guardian Spice. Awful, but the promotion material focused on diverse team of all women. Push base is awful, but they don't care. So game. I mean, I don't know much about High Guardian Spice. It just looks pretty generic. It's like a cartoon. That's what it looks like to me. Like an American cartoon, which is what it is. What is an album you've been listening to recently? Oh, that's a great question. There's a lot. A lot. I like the most recent album from Issues. That one's a really good one. What is the... Let me go on. Oh, I always forget that I have Spotify playing in the background. I've been listening to Insomniac by Green Day. Not a very popular release by that band, but recently celebrated its 25th anniversary, I think. And it's just a good album. Good, solid album of, pop punk. I really am, I think, just more punk. Pinkerton by Weezer. You can tell what the mood I'm kind of in right now. Is it? What is the song? What is the album by Issues? Whatever their most recent album is by Issues. I think that's it. Honestly, I think that's just really what I'm listening to right now. Somniac by Green Day. Most recent Issues album. And that's it. A little bit of Weezer put in there. So I'm in a, 90s, mid-90s mood right now. With some modern stuff, of course. Have you seen Arcane? This is the fifth time somebody said that. I have not. But yeah, this message of this stream is you need to watch Arcane. Yeah, people are okay. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Everybody wants me to watch it, so. McCartney 1. Paul McCartney. Love McCartney 1. McCartney 1's a classic. You haven't heard McCartney 1? It's an album that came out in 1970. Of course, Paul McCartney, Beatles fame. Classic hits like Maybe I'm Amazed. Great stuff. Great stuff. Especially if you're like into writing music and you want to learn how to like write a good pop song. I still think Beatles stuff and McCartney stuff still stand out. I mean, I think Paul's stuff even over Lennon's stuff, or Harrison maybe not as much. Well, Harrison's last album, George Harrison's last album, is awesome stuff. I think Brainwashed is my favorite song off this last album. Whew. I cannot tell you anything about Ringo. I don't think there's a single song that I'm interested in post Beatles. I don't know why we're talking about the Beatles right now. None of you probably even care about the Beatles, so this is what it is. Most of you guys probably be like, is he the guy that did the song with Kanye? High Guardian Spice marketed their diversity rather than their story. Only because the show was created by a bunch of white women, but I have nothing against them. It's Crunchyroll that made it. I mean, from what I've seen of the promotional materials, it seemed like they were excited to create, so good for them, I suppose. I just haven't seen it. Not something I don't know. Once again, I think I said it earlier, it's just for me it's like I don't really focus on the political sides of stuff that much, because it's like, it's nothing that I can change. Nothing I can change. Panda will knock you out, bro. Is this a JJK reference? Tuna? I love JJK. Especially the episode where Nobara gets thrown around by the panda. And they're what were they doing? They were practicing falling. I think that was their excuse, which I was like, what? Like, there are just moments in JJK where I'm like, what is even going on? Like are these characters actually stupid or what? Is the point that they're supposed to be stupid? God, I'm so behind on these chats. I've been behind on these chats like this whole stream. I've been just talking about so much stuff. Do you watch all Mappa anime? I don't. They come out with so much stuff now, but I've seen most of the solid ones. Like, I've seen Kakegurui. Love that show. It's a lot of great fun if you're in for the kind of the mindless spectacle of horny gambling. I should write that down. I did like a whole 40 or 30 minute video on Kakegurui where I reviewed like all of the anime plus the manga and the live action. So Yeah. Oh, I've watched, yeah, Inuyashiki. That's another Mappa one. Dude, I love Inuyashiki. We have a KOA on Inuyashiki. I have a review on Inuyashiki from like, this is like one of like, by the way, I have such fond memories. God, you guys are getting me on this Inuyashiki train right here. You're bringing me back. In 2017, I transitioned from doing gaming, like let's play gaming content, to full-time anime content. Or not, full-time is not the right word to use. I transitioned from a gaming channel to an anime channel. And Inuyashiki was like the first anime review I did. Was like the first. I probably did a couple before then. But like, as an anime only, it was like one of the first. And I loved Inuyashiki. That was fall 2017. It had some great stuff that season. You had Inuyashiki, you had Land of the Lustrous. And I think like a couple years after that, you got, oh my god, this is the worst fall seasons. but fall 2017 was really great. This is a great fall season. Arcane has a banger soundtrack. I think that's another one I've gotten so far. Do you like Oasis? They are very low key. Not sure if you have heard of them. Naya, you know I like Oasis. you what do you mean? I am like one of the biggest Oasis fans. I went, the last thing I went to a movie theater for was to see the Oasis documentary. And this guy to my right was like, yo, I'm so fucking excited. Are you excited? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Because I'm socially awkward. So, like, yeah, I'm pretty excited. But he was like so hyped up. He's like, yeah, dude, we're going to get it. We're going to watch it. And I was expecting like a 2.5 hour concert at Nebworth. And it was like an 1.5 hour documentary. Basically like stroking Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher's ego. And I'm like, wow, I feel like ripped off. They played like one song in full. Everything else they cut like after a minute. And I think it was, they played most of Some Might Say, and then they played all of Don't Look Back in Anger. Oh, and then they played, Free to Be Whatever that one is. I forget the song, but that's the only part I remember. Oh wow, $10. Wow, thank you so much. With the rise of popularity of more complex anime like JJK, Mushoku, and soon Chainsaw Man, do you see this being a turning point to push for new anime to have more depth and better visuals? I think CG is where most people are going to be heading in the future. And I know some people will, like, especially these days, we're kind of trained to hate CG in anime, but eventually it's going to be very good. Eventually it's going to be B-stars and Land of the Lustrous levels of good for everyone. And in my opinion, and I think people are kind of blind to it currently, but they're kind of slowly figuring this out, that if you compare some of the like the lowest tier CGI that's like not X-Arm, of course, like baseline CGI is very good from what it used to be in comparison. Like people complained about AOT CGI, and I didn't quite understand it because I think it was the same studio that did Beastars. Like, it wasn't like the best CGI I've ever seen, but it was solid. So I think people just eventually people are kind of getting used to it. If you could have one anime character's power and use for one day, what power would you choose? Huh. Yeah, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. For some reason, my mind jumps to Demon Slayer. My first thought was Nezuko. I guess changing my size. But realistically speaking, I think I would just do like the basic like super strength stuff. Like just what Momo Yaoyorozu from MHA. If I was able to create stuff like that. I think that's what her power is, like creating stuff. I do that. I'd be really into that. Have you seen Heiki Monogatari? I know it's KyoAni, or not KyoAni. It's Naoko Yamada and Science Saru, I believe. They teamed up with a lot of people from KyoAni. It's basically a KyoAni anime from what I've seen from the staff. But no, I have not. I heard it's very good. I heard it's very, very good. Oh, they're making. Oh yeah. Kuros. Koros. Yeah. You're on it with the 3D and CGI stuff. Basically said the same thing I did. When's the transition into anime VTuber? Whenever whenever my voice suddenly becomes very feminine. Why did you name your channel SeaTactics? I used to be a gaming channel initially. My gamer tag was SeaTactics. I tell people 2 stories, which at this point has just become the story, is saying this, but the story I used to use before was I like pirates, but now it's the real one, which is it's a combination of the channel's Sea-Nanners and a channel that is far gone now, Modern X Tactics. Those are my 2 favorite channels as a kid. So I've kept the name since then. I don't know why I have. I had a chance to get rid of it, but I doubled down on SeaTactics, and here we are. It's, I wish I had a name like Chibi Reviews. That'd be great. Are you kidding? He's the Vin Diesel of the Animal Kingdom. What's the worst anime world you can think to live in that's not AOT? Ghost in the no, not Ghost in the Shell. Psychopaths. I would not living in that world. That is honestly probably worse than AOT. Just came to infiltrate you live. Well, thank you, Naya. I appreciate that. George. I'm very bad at pronouncing words, as people know in my anime videos, so I apologize. Worst anime world prob Dragon Ball? The Earth blows up every decade. That's pretty good. Ben, which world would you live in? AOT, Death Note, or Evangelion? Death Note. AOT and Evangelion? Man, those are just 2 worlds that just seem very grim. And Death Note seems the most normal out of those 3. I saw you talking about Sunny Boy on King of Anime podcast, but I'm waiting for the dub to finish, so I haven't watched it. Would you recommend? Dubbed? Yeah. Yeah, like, if you like really deep shows, like, if you like really hard shows that are if you like shows that aren't easy to watch, then Sunny Boy is something you'll very much enjoy. Like, what's his name? Can't remember. Jesus. Oh my god, I had a good comparison point here, but I lost it. But yeah, I mean, if you, it's a fun show, I guess. It's very hard to watch. Like, looking back on it, I think we're very hard on it on King of Anime. Because in the moment, like, there's just a grind kind of get through it, but yeah, I mean, now looking back, in hindsight, it ain't that bad. Do you know what this is? No, I do not. As much as I love Attack on Titan, I'd be lying if I said some magic wasn't lost with the change to CGI Titans, but I like the art style of season 4. I mean, I think it's better than the CGI, like if I would, because it's interesting. They had the 2D Colossal Titan back, but they had mostly CGI Titans for final season. I would much rather have that than CG Colossal Titans, because I think the CG Titans look better than, way better than whatever the CG Colossal Titan was for the first 3 seasons. I don't think that's controversial to say. But to phrase it like that, if I had to choose one or the other, I would choose CGI Titans for season 4. Ben, be a pirate. Yar! You're gonna walk the plank, matey. You're talking about me love for Vladilena. I don't think I love Vladilena. Not my wife. My wife is the seas. My wife is my ship. And the men of the ship, of the seamen of the ship. Yar. And we go get the booty. But it's not the Vladilena booty, it's the sunken treasure. Yar. And we pirate stuff because we're pirates. Yar. But look out for Jack Sparrow. He's drunk. That's the best I could do. Now I want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Crap. Cool, you should see Heiki Monogatari's trailer. I genuinely think it's one of the best anime trailers ever. Also, do you remember any memorable trailers that impressed you? I usually stay away from trailers, but I'm sure... Let me see. Vinland Saga had a very good dub trailer. Very, very good dub trailer. AOT's trailers, I watch those. I think I've always watched those. Those are always mostly decent. I think there was a couple ones I didn't like. I like the most recent trailer, because it was really cool the way they did it. Like, there's a lot of hidden stuff in there, even in the trailer, that you would go back and watch the trailer and be like, oh, that's what they were doing. Like, when you finish it. Ben loves Vladilena and his seamen. No, I do not love Vladilena or seamen. But only if they sing sea shanties do I love them. Which one is better, Madhouse or Mappa? So this is interesting. We're comparing a studio that has more of a dedicated staff to a studio that has a lot of legacy, but isn't really the same studio that it used to be. Huh. I'll go Madhouse for legacy, because I like a lot of their really old, obscure 80s and 90s OVAs. Cyber City 080 101, I think is what it's called. Cyber City 080 101 or something. Yeah, I love the opening for that. It's like just a hard rocking 90s OVA opening. I think written by the former bassist of Megadeth, Dave Ellefson. Or maybe I'm confusing that with the song they did for that one anime series. With the guy, the lead singer isn't... The lead singer... Didn't David Ellefson do a song for an anime? A Netflix anime with the lead singer of Man with a Mission. Which is a fantastic Bad Religion song too. I think so. Isn't it 080808? Yeah. No, you're right. It's 808. Hey, you know it. I did a video on it with I did a whole thing with it. What was his name? Crap. Otaku Mike? This is when I used to do the OV Awful series a couple years ago. Otaku Mike's a pretty cool guy. I don't know if he still does stuff. I think he does. He's pretty nice. Pretty nice dude. I think that's the last collab I did as well. I don't do a lot of collabs. I know collabs are like the way to, to network and get a lot of views and stuff, but it's so hard. It's so hard to do collabs. I'm a lone wolf. As a Gen Z anime fan, I can't hold Madhouse on a pedestal like millennial anime fans because I don't recognize them as much as Mappa. Madhouse and Mappa technically are like the same. Like Mappa is technically just Madhouse. There's a bunch of staff from Madhouse. So like if you want to get really technical about it, it's just Madhouse. But I can understand that. I mean, I'm technically Gen Z too. I'm like a couple months off from being Gen Z. What anime you're waiting on in 2022? That's a great question. Attack on Titan. Vinland Saga, season 2. God, there's JoJo, I guess, and if I'm counting JoJo, Demon Slayer, but the JJK film. Let me just go whatever it's happening next season. Case Study of Vanitas season 2. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. I think I'm gonna check out Osama ranking here soon. What is this one? This is a Satsuki the Savage joint. This is the one with the girl or whatever. It's not very descriptive. My Dress Up Darling. That's one I'm definitely gonna watch. Just because Satsuki watches it. Let's see. Let's go to the next season. Let's go to spring. I'll go up to spring. I can't say the name because it's Katakawa, but Shield Guy. You're catching my drift? With the raccoon girl in the chocobo, that one, season 2 for that. Kaguya-sama, maybe. I haven't watched season 2. Tiger and Bunny, season 2. Heck yeah. I'm honestly morbidly curious about the Black Rock Shooter Downfall anime. I did a video on Black Rock Shooter, or as they say, Black Rock Shooter. But yeah, that's about the things I'm looking forward to in the next 6 or so months. The KO podcast is a collab. I guess so, technically. Yeah. Ready for Chainsaw Man? I don't know anything about Chainsaw Man other than that there's that girl that everybody likes because she's like super busty, right? And she has the weird circle eyes. For some reason I want to say her name is Nobara, but her name is definitely not Nobara. Baby Rudius. Baby Rudius is a pervert. That baby needs help. That baby needs Jesus. I know you're the same, but I can name more titles from Mappa than Madhouse besides Sunny Boy. All I know they've done is No Guns Life. Definitely, like, if you have time, you know, check out a lot of their stuff. Madhouse they do so much stuff other than just action anime that you would probably like a lot of their stuff. A Place Further Than a Universe is a really good one. It's a newer one. Came out 2017, 2018. Also known as, this joke has probably went by, but the anime that inspired Gigik. So, Supernova, yo, SeaTactics, how are you, man? Just asking. How am I? Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I'm doing like a 9.5. Some would say like a 696.9 out of 10. I just made a KOA joke. I don't know if you got that, Supernova, but there you go. I've did it. I've made the joke that nobody will understand. Still can't believe Disney trying to make anime. The less said about that, the better. I know they did the Star Wars thing. I'm not a big fan of Star Wars or Disney. There are companies I don't support. Disney is one of them. Of course, you can't. There's times where you just can't avoid it. Like sometimes you just gotta support the stuff you don't like almost reluctantly. But yeah, for the most, Disney is like on the very top. Like I will make every excuse if somebody's like, "Yo, let's go out for a movie. We'll all pay for it. It'll be great. It's only be like $1 or whatever." Like, we're gonna go see like the new Iron Man film. I'm like, what? I don't want to see the new Iron Man film. It's like, but everybody's there. But I don't want to do that. And then, you go do it because you got to. Because it's expected. Makima is over. Is that her name, Makima? Choose your destiny. Choose your destiny. Flawless victory. Speaking of OAO, have you seen Pat Labor the OVA and the 3 movies simply masterpieces? If not, you should definitely check it out. Tebow has some really great breakdown reactions to it. I know about it. I've had the opportunity multiple times to, I think, with some connections, get some Blu-rays of that, but just honestly, don't have the. I'm a big fan of older anime. A lot of people don't know that. But I am a massive fan of retro anime. So anything from like mid 2000s and before is what I consider retro at this point. And yeah, I eat all that stuff up, but I've never seen it. I think the last classic that I've tried to watch though was Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which is another honestly big thing on my channel, or what it was back in the day. The girl is like Gojo and Chainsaw. The girl is like Gojo and Chainsaw Man. So like Gojo from JJK? Like, what do you mean by that? Not gonna lie, Demon Slayer is about to launch its 2nd season in less than 10 days now. It's amazing, really, how crazy the unlimited budget works will be in this. Well, now the guy got in trouble. He's got to pay taxes now, so it may not be unlimited. It will be limited budget works now, but it's more like high budget works maybe at this point. But yeah, I cannot wait for it either. The anime Star Wars was really good. Sure, some were bad, but 3 were like really great. Well, that's the thing. Is like, wasn't it like the Animatrix thing? Like, I don't like that. I don't like the Animatrix stuff. That was neat for what it was 20 years ago. But that just seems like the basic go-to thing that a lot of big companies do is, oh, we'll do Animatrix, but with our own universe. And not a fan of it. I don't think it's a compelling storytelling technique these days, because I think people's tastes have changed, and much like how people don't really like the Matrix anymore. Well, nostalgia, actually. Now it's cool, I guess, but generally speaking. Episode 3 of Star Wars Visions needs its own series. Are you excited for the JJK movie, yes or no? Yep. Very, very, very. Hello, have you seen Hajime no Ippo? I have not. That is a series everybody tells me to watch. I've seen Megalobox. So, close to it. Same studio that did Hajime no Ippo. Old shows have this magical touch in them that nobody can really copy. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the aesthetic. A lot of the times. There's that aesthetic is so compelling. I think, what is my favorite, like, old anime? I think Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Oh, I think I know what, I've thought about this for a long time. I think I know why old anime are so, like, unique and feel unique. I think it's because of there isn't that big of a presence with music and, like, sound effects in the old animes. So if you go back and watch something like a Berserk or a Legend of Galactic Heroes, like, there are sound effects, of course, and there is music, but it's not a lot. Like, it's very bare. It's very like focusing on the dialogue and the writing or the action. And that's like really cool because like the thing about animation with lots of stuff, of course, it's when it's good, it's timeless. Like it may look old, but like the actual animation itself is it's just so it will always remain fluid, right? It'll always remain good. You know, go back to classics like Snow White or whatever. It's still good. Still good. It may be boring, but still good. If Jotaro offers to grant you a power of a stand, what power do you think you would get? See, what I think I would get is something really embarrassing. Like something really bad. Like Maria's power. Like something like hers. Like just may seem useful at first, but who cares? Like some like if I get it, like the immediate like something so bad, the immediate moment I get it, I go, all right, when's my 2-episode arc over and I die? Like that bad. That people have to take seriously for a couple episodes. Like something just so not entertaining. Or my power, oh my god, I hope I don't get the sun one. The sun stand is I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that stand. They killed a camel. It's terrible. Have been getting into old mecha anime recently. I've been loving it after my anime meltdown last year. Yeah, old mecha is. It reminds you why it got so big, right? It's just cool. Mecha's just like cool. And then you've seen like 2 of them, and you've seen every one of them. Like even like 86 is kind of like it's one of its subgenres is mecha. And like it's not, but it's like not. You know, it's like not a mecha. That's like how like I feel like if it was more of a mecha in a traditional sense, that show would not be as popular as it is now. Because I feel like you cannot really do mecha well these days. It's so niche because it's like World War II shooters. It's like, yeah, okay, I mean I've played your big red ones, I've played your World at Wars. But Vanguard, I'm not going to play Vanguard. I mean, I will play it, but I've seen this a billion times before. Like to me, if you're going to do a mecha, you got to do it like 86, where it's not really the big focus. Like, got to freshen it up. Freshen up the formula, make it interesting. Make it to where the viewer doesn't think about, oh, I'm watching another goddamn mecha. I know episode 1, season 2 of Demon Slayer is going to be an hour long, but to have 11 episodes dedicated to season 2 because of a recap was an L move. I think that's just how much, like, they can adapt. Like, I think it's just 11 episodes worth of material. Which is why they did Mugen Train as a movie. Because they had six episodes of material. And that would not have been good for a season. And in my opinion, they should have just had an 11-episode season. I think 11 episodes of Demon Slayer is perfectly fine. Honestly. I don't see an issue of like Inuyashiki is an 11-episode anime. There's tons of 11-episode series. I don't see why you can't just have 11 episodes of like satisfying, immersive, awesome content. Are you a creamer or a scream? I don't. What is this? What? Is this like a Twitter thing that I'm not getting? You know he's a creamer? What? Is this some Twitter thing? I love the way the first season of Hajime no Ippo looked. I mean, yeah, it's a very good looking show. I don't know what type of freedom to call it, but it has that extremely high amount of freedom in it. Yeah? Say anime in the 70s, 80s was so unique, but it was almost all mecha. Or ships in space. People talking in ships. That was a big portion too. Yeah. Do you think we will reach a point in the future where people will look at the animation of Rengoku and Akaza and consider it old? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. People already say like Evangelion is shit just because it is in 4:3. Like, yeah. People, yeah. They'll be the new like Gen Zers are going to be considered old at some point here soon, in the next 10 or 20 years. And then that generation is going to be like, you guys watch Demon Slayer? The fuck? That's for Zoomers. You damn Zoomers. Old people? Why are you watching this Demon Slayer? Why aren't you watching Boruto's dad's Boruto dad? 6. That's where it's at. Cause like Naruto ain't going anywhere. It's like a roach. What is your favorite KOA show that we covered when it came to talking about it? That's a good question. Honestly, I think... Fuck. Dude, this is a hard question because there's so much recency bias, and I don't want to say something like that's like a recent thing. Oh my god. And then I gotta remember, there's probably some shows that I'm missing too. Monica Magica? Did I say that? We did that weekly. A lot of the Nakama Club stuff. Berserk, Monica. What is it? Ping Pong the Animation. That's for like a seasonal show. Vinland Saga. Arte. That was really fun to talk about that. Because there's just so much stuff. I remember one week we talked about Arte's like kung fu grip, how strong she was to be able to lift up a bag of clay like it was nothing. Those are fun shows. Carolyn Tuesday is another one. It was a miracle. EA agrees. I dread the day I get called a Zoomer by someone in Gen Alpha. No, Gen Sigma. That's what it's gonna be. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I'm technically a millennial too. God damn it. Not like I was born in '95. Some millennials are turning 30. The oldest millennials now are 40. You cannot like though, like if a person says, well, those damn millennials, they're old. Like they are old. But the thing is, millennials are like, a lot of them are still very young. Like I'm 26. I'm young as shit. I'm hip. I'm cool. I know stuff. I know how to work these dang cellular devices. Damn it. Screams at clouds. Can see Mecha coming back in 15 years. People start to get tired of fighting in superpower anime. Oh, it depends. It depends if Mecha has something interesting. But Mecha was like around for decades. Attack on Titan anime returning. Are you excited? Very much. Very, very much. I'm so excited to see people's reactions. Nope, I need a season 1. Are millennials considered old now? Yeah. Oh yeah. What is your favorite transformation in anime? Oh, this is gonna sound really generic, but Dragon Ball Z, not Saiyan Saga. Fuck. Namek, Frieza, Raccoon Saga. Is that what they call it? The Raccoon Saga? Raccoon. Where he first transforms into Super Saiyan. Always. That's always great. It's always my favorite one. Kaioken as well. That's a great one. I don't know why. I always think of transformations. I always think of Dragon Ball. What do you think about Black Clover? I've seen the first 4 episodes. That's what I think about it. There's that girl that drinks a lot. She's Rachel or something. I don't know what her name is. She's got like purplish reddish hair. I can get behind that. Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time was legendary. Kill la Kill transformations were, yeah, that too. Well, I mean, all the Magical Girl shows typically have great transformations. Typically speaking, because that's like half the reason to watch a Magical Girl show. What is the worst retcon plot hole ass pull you've seen in an anime? Ooh. And once again, just I think of retcons and plot holes and stuff like that. My first thought is just anything from Dragon Ball. Oh my god, but something specific. Honestly, as well, a lot of the Fate stuff is really so fluid. It makes no sense. The good part is with the Fate retcons and stuff, it's like it's very subtle anyway, so it doesn't really matter for like 99.9% of the audience. Do you want to go Super Saiyan? Yes, I do. I would get all of the chicks if I did the Super Saiyans. I watch a lot of mecha old and new. The only thing they have to offer are their characters and mecha builds. Of course, there's a couple that stand out. Neon Genesis Evangelion. I like to say like Evangelion's name very weird. Like Neon Genesis Evangelion is my favorite way to say it. But I mean, yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about mecha is just when you get to buy the figures and you get to put it up, you know, put it together yourself. That's the best thing about mecha at this point, in my opinion. I mean, that is the consistent. That is the consistent thing that I love about mecha is the figures. It has to be when some character drops some important info, and then it goes, "Huh? What did you say?" And then nothing changes in the same. SAO. Dude, SAO's exposition dumps are amazing. It's become such a big talking point with SAO of its exposition dumps that I love it. I literally love when they sit down in a cafe and they talk about something. In One Punch Man, people can become monsters and being obsessive over something. If you were an OPM, what kind of monster would you be? Obsessive. Are you gonna make somebody gonna make a Vladilena joke? Somebody gonna make a Vladilena joke? If so, then make the joke now. Because I don't. But I would become a knight. Because I love Saber. Or either that, I obsess over music too, so would I just become sound? I'm not sure. I'll just be the night monster. I'll be that one. I'll become a weeb. I'm watching Black Clover and I'm episode 17. The sharp decline of animation from Yep. That's what happens with the weekly stuff. I know it's like a big fan base for Black Clover. I think people just love that weekly grind shonen stuff, but it is what it is. Did you see Arcane? It's the 6th one. Somebody's asked me, and you know, not saying you can't ask that. I just think it's really funny that so many people have commented tonight if I've seen Arcane. To the point of where I'm like, every time somebody says Arcane, like I'm like, maybe I should do a video on it. But once again, I haven't seen it. Yeah, did you see Arcane? What is your favorite YouTuber? I think somebody asked this last week, but it was like framed with like, what YouTubers do you watch? Let me see. Let me go back down this list. You know, they're not my favorite right now, but they are in the transition all the time, and that is, of course, Good Mythical Morning. Good people, Good Mythical Morning people are. Rhett and Link are people that have been in my life for nearly a decade at this point. And hard workers, man. They're a huge inspiration on me. So we'll say that right now. Definitely not currently, but I don't think I really have one pegged right now. Yes, SeaTactics, did you see Arcane? If you could choose one video to represent your channel, which video would you choose and why? The Vladilena Milize explained video that I've done recently. I put a lot of work and time into that to make sure it was really good, as best as I could, and it's kind of the direction that I want to take my really post-produced videos really heavily. That's where I want to take those videos, in that direction. Vladilena saw Arcane. Why can't you? I think Vladilena is in the middle of a war right now. I don't know if she was able to. Anime or manga that you feel is undervalued. Ranger Reject. It's got like a 7 on Mal. What the heck, man? The heck? The hecky deck. After One Piece, the age of long-running anime is going to die. Probably. But I think there eventually will be one that comes around. Because, I mean, we got Black Clover. Is Black Clover ending soon? You got Naruto. What favorite thing that you read this year? Favorite thing that I read this year? If we go to my Mal, I don't think I update my Mal for manga, but let's see. Let's go to the Mal. I can tell you right now, it ain't Sakureya. It ain't that. Ah, man, there's so much stuff. Like, I didn't really read much manga this year. Crap. I think it'll have to be Ranger Reject. I think so. Let's see. Let's keep scrolling. Yeah. Yeah, it's Ranger Reject. That's what I haven't really read much this year. Not gonna lie, it's very surprising. She's dead. What are you talking about? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People love that video where I was like, Vladilena, is she dead? I love that video. Favorite video of your YouTube friends? Oh my god, that is a great question. Holy crap, there is so many. Satsuki, that Kakegurui one, I don't remember what it's called. That was really good. That's the first one that came to mind. Fuck. Honestly, I don't have a lot of YouTuber friends. Like, be frank. Bob Samurai did one on like an X-Arm level OVA. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a very entertaining video. That's one. I think that's really, those are the two that I think that come to mind. I ain't gonna lie, YouTube videos go in one ear and right out the other sometimes. So, like, I watch them and then 5 minutes later I forget them. TFW, SeaTactics watches Arcane. Favorite first episode in anime? Oh my god, I know the answer to this, but I can't remember. Crap. Crap! Oh my god, I did a video on it too. What was it? I cannot remember. Literally cannot remember. But I know. It's in the recesses of my memory. Favorite dessert? Man, I don't really have one. Like, I don't have any go-tos. Like, if I had like a go-to for food, I'd be like spaghetti. But like dessert, my god, I don't know. Like a sundae, ice cream sundae. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. The reason long-running anime was so abundant is because we didn't have streaming services. Long-running series have already died in the West. It's almost a matter of time. I'm sure, like, it'll probably not be as long as 1,000+ episodes, but I'm sure there'll be some decently long-running ones that run like Dragon Ball. Maybe. We'll have another 100+ series. Oh, we aren't friends? But we are Lightning. I don't like Genshin Impact. I cry. He hates us. Favorite game from each console you played? That's a lot. Original Xbox, Halo 2. Xbox 360, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Xbox One. There's not. I don't like the Xbox One. We'll skip that one. Xbox Series, too early in its life cycle. So PS1, Final Fantasy 9. I think it's Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, 9. PS2. PS2. There are so many great games. This is going to sound weird, but probably just because of childhood nostalgia. Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. PS3 Uncharted 2. PS4 I'm not, see, I wasn't big in the PS4. What was my favorite one from PS4? PS4. Do I have a PS4 game catalog in here? I do. But what games have I completed on the PS4? I'll say Dark Souls 3 because I beat Dark Souls 3 on PS4. That's where I first played Dark Souls 3. So I'll say Dark Souls 3. PS5 too early. Super Nintendo. Super Mario World. PSP. God of War Chains of Olympus. Nintendo Switch. I haven't played enough on Nintendo Switch to pick one yet. And I think that's it. I think those are really all the consoles that like I can reliably say an answer for each of them. Satsuki is quizzing SeaTactics. What's your favorite soundtrack in anime? Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. Always. I have it on vinyl. It's not the full thing, but like Tank, Real Folk Blues, Sea of Space Cowboy, Ask DNA, I was gonna say Knocking on Heaven's Door. Gotta Knock a Little Harder. What is Mushroom Hunting? I think it's Mushroom Hunting is what it's called. Call Me, Rain. Space. What is it? It's the one. It's the one that for Faye Valentine's character. I forget what it's called. Like girl with a gun or cutie, space cutie or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. I don't really listen to that one that much, but that's a great one. Bad Dog No Biscuit. What planet is this? Oh, dude. Oh my god, I love Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. It's defined my musical taste. What anime would you have liked to cover on your channel, primarily disregarding copyright and views? Huh. Honestly, Cowboy Bebop. But I don't think people would watch a video on Cowboy Bebop. Maybe if I did one for the Netflix adaptation, they'd probably watch it, most likely. But not for the anime, I don't think. I think everyone has said everything they can on Bebop at this point. Favorite movie? We'll say anime movie. Well, I guess we say movie in general. I know I have one. This is something I haven't thought about in a long time, though. Oh, man. Favorite Terminator 2. Terminator 2. There we go. That's it. I bought Terminator 2 on Blu-ray recently, and I watched it this year. Because I was like, I want to watch Terminator 2. So I bought it on Blu-ray and I watched it. And I was like, yeah, it's great. Terminator 2 is awesome. Just finished Haikyuu, which spanned across 4 seasons and has 85 episodes. That's acceptable, but unpopular opinion, One Piece has too many episodes, especially for New Age fans. I agree. Everybody's got short attention spans now. To be honest, I love long-running stuff. Like, when I first saw that they were going to adapt Blade of the Immortal for an Amazon series, before they announced how many episodes it would be, I was like, oh my god, is this going to be like another 100+ series? I love this. And they butchered it. Oh my god, Spotify ads, Jesus Christ. What instrument would you love to be great at that you've never played before, and why? Drums. Drums. I can't believe he's not butter. Well, it's usually, I can't believe it's not butter. But what, yeah, it makes sense why he would not be butter. What's your thoughts on Mario Kart? Never played Mario Kart in my life. Well, maybe like once or twice, but not enough to form any distinct memories. Who is your favorite waifu of all time? Saber. Eba. Favorite named attack in anime? Oh. Shining Finger. Mobile Fighter G Gundam. And the souped up version was like super ultra something super mega Shining Finger. I love the dub in that series. I know the girl's name was Rain, and she was my crush. Oh, the girl with the blue hair. Okay. No, that's another thing. I would, besides Bebop, I want to talk about Mobile Fighter G Gundam. That's like, and I will one day make a love letter video to that series. It will happen. I love that anime. It's literally Dragon Ball Z but mechs. Like, and it's like good too. It's really good. Even today, it would be very entertaining. Like, oh my god, there's a mech that rides a horse mech. And I'm not lying. And it's legit Gundam, too. Legit Gundam. Favorite Cowboy Bebop episode? Mushroom hunting. That's my favorite one. That's everybody's favorite one. Other than that one, I like the movie. I think the movie's really great. That may be my favorite, like, Cowboy Bebop moment is the movie. Just because I think it's the pinnacle of Bebop, in my opinion. Like, at least for me. I think last episode's great, too. Last episode's great. Great episode. I bet he'll say, Excalibur! T2 is the greatest ever. So good, so good. One of the best legitimate sequels ever made. Like, that is how you do a sequel. Favorite brand of clothing? Anything that is nice. Oh, here's the answer. King of Anime Podcast t-shirts on Teespring. It's on the pinned message. Support the channel. Buy some merch. Click that link. It'll bring you to my Teespring store. Just saying. Just saying. Flat or big supremacy? Trick question. Personality. Hey, C, long time no see. And what's your favorite Japanese media other than anime and manga? Music. One of my favorite Japanese bands of all time, two of them, I would consider them equals, is Bees and the Pen Pals. You guys would know the Pen Pals from the Berserk 1997 opening. They're actually a really good, legitimately good punk rock band. And before they were a punk rock band, their first couple albums were like a Pavement derivative, if you guys are familiar with Pavement. Basically, they sound like indie rock, but 90s indie rock, which is basically just modern indie rock, because indie rock is just indie rock. Indie rock has always been indie rock. Never really changed sound, because it's just so ubiquitous and so pleasing. But like, think of the Japanese version. And they all sing in English, too. At least most of their songs are English. There's a couple albums they have that are just... It's like that you could tell they listened to a couple Blink-182 records and went, "Oh, let's just do that." And they didn't seem to enjoy it. But yeah, music for sure. And those are my two favorite Japanese bands, Bees and Pen Pals. Bees you would know from one of the Giri Giri Chop from one of the Detective Conan openings. Bees, by the way, has one of the greatest frontman of all time will ever live, and as well one of the greatest guitar players of all time that will ever live. And it's a two-piece band. Of course, they have others like playing with them, but it's Koshi Inaba and Takahiro Matsumoto. Great stuff. Great stuff. I love the Terminator 2 scene with the e-bike and the tractor trailer. Oh heck yeah. Good stuff. All right, Ben, when will you fight EA and Sansi to the death? I already have. Someone in this podcast is a robot because someone died. We'll just say that. Whoever wins, true waifu comes to life. May have exposed myself. One has to go. Mohawks, mullets, man buns. Mullets aren't bad. Mohawks aren't the worst. Probably man buns. Probably man buns. What's your favorite Western cartoon series? Probably Infinity Train. Probably Infinity Train. Favorite romance anime? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. First one that comes to mind, sorta, is Snafu. I don't know if that's really romance, though. Is it more of a slice of life? I can say a manga. My favorite, just in general, one of my favorite manga of all time is Molester Man, which is a romance. Which is basically just a retelling of the Genshin Otoko story, which is the Train Man story, which is very popular. It's just a story of two people meeting and they misunderstand each other, and as people they're not, hence the name Molester Man. And they all use pseudonyms, and it's a romance, and it's probably one of the most popular Japanese stories of all time. But yeah, I don't really. Anime is a little harder, way harder to answer that. Not to mention, Gundam Wing is also the first Gundam series that was released in the West back in the 90s, along with the other anime series fully in the West. Hey, Endless Waltz is great. Love Endless Waltz. Favorite siblings in anime? Huh. Man, I don't know if I can answer that. Because there's just, I can't think of any right now. Favorite siblings in anime? That is such a great question. The siblings from Kiss X Sis. Moving on. Favorite anime openings. The Cowboy Bebop Tank, Evangelion. But I think my all-time favorite opening is... What is the opening? What is this? What is the Man with the Mission opening? What is that one called? My Hero for Inuyashiki? Love that one. Great opening. Who's your favorite character in Arcade? Well, I haven't watched it yet. Come back next week and I may have seen a couple episodes. Favorite Satsuki moment? His love for Elsa. Just anything involving that. How he defends Elsa to the death. Over the crazy ass psychotic shit she does. Because boobs. Anything, and well, as well, on that note, anytime he defends Yumiko Jabami, because Yumiko Jabami's the bomb. What is your least favorite anime of all time? Darling in the Franxx. That's maybe recency bias, but I'm just not into it. Just not into it. I like 02. She's cute, but favorite character design in anime, male and female. For male, oh god, that's a great question. What the hell? What is this? This just all of my tastes that I haven't thought about in years. Favorite design for male. Oh my god. Well, I'll say female first is probably Saber from Fate. Legit. Or the Major from Ghost in the Shell. Season 2, what was the episode? I don't like the one where she's wearing the lingerie as her normal outfit. I don't like that one. That's not what I'm going with. Standalone Complex Season 2, like where she's like battle ready. She's wearing the armor, like the lightweight armor. Love that. Love the Major. Love the Major. As for male, oh man, I like. So this is gonna sound really generic based off what I've already said, but I really like the Bebop designs the most. So I think Spike Spiegel is probably the one that really speaks to me. Which Western and Eastern fictional media characters would you like to see face off each other? That is a question that I don't even think I can answer. Western and Eastern. I don't even know. Oh, I've already got to the part in the chat where where I talk about Molester Man. Yeah, so just search it up. It's a manga. They all use pseudonyms. He gets misunderstood for being a molester when he's trying to return something to her. And her name is also Misunderstanding because she misunderstands. And like there's another one, like her name's like Lolly Jugs. Because she's like 16 and she's got boobs. Big boobs. There's a like it's all funny stuff. Like it's a romantic comedy pretty much. One of them is named Kanzai because she has a Kanzai dialect. Love Molester Man. What was your first anime? I think like Ghost in the Shell, pretty sure, or Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon, one of the three. Do you like the kaiju and this was like in 2000 something, probably 2002, 2003. Do you like the kaiju and tokusatsu genre? I like the kaiju stuff. I don't know what the tokusatsu is. I don't think I've heard that term. Oh, like dramas, or like live action, or like Power Rangers stuff. I like Power Rangers. It's I would lump those and kaiju in. Which is probably why you're asking that. But yeah, I like them. Favorite master and student relationship. Oh, snafu. Hiratsuka and Hachiman. Hi, new subscriber. Favorite Fae character. Thank you, the otaku dudes. I don't know why I'm thinking about this. It's Saber. What the fuck? Elsa is a hard worker. Blame. I'm not gonna say that name because that would imply that I'm talking about the Katakawa property, which I'm not. Major Vladilina? No, not Major Vladilina. The Major. Motoko Kusanagi. Motoka? Man, it's been so long since I've seen Ghost in the Shell. What's your favorite and least favorite overused anime trope? My favorite trope that I can't get enough of probably has to do with oh, this is a great question. Now that I think about it, there's a lot. Holy crap. I like the one where the villain just explains in detail what they're gonna do. Those are usually reserved for bad anime though, but I like them. My favorite, my least favorite, my little sister can't be this cute trope. Whatever that one is with the incest, anything incest. Stop doing that, Japan. Stop. I get it. You're into like the whole idea of like taboo and forbidden relationships, and like that's cool. But for you, not for me. Favorite character under 5 feet. Uzaki-chan. Satsuki the Savage is my favorite anime character. Oh my god. Suzu Hagimura is my fave. Suzu Hagimura. Let's search this one up. Oh, her. She's the girl that does the thing in that series. Alright, I think we're gonna end the stream here pretty soon. Probably next 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. So get any questions you want to get in? What's your favorite anime and manga adaptation of Western media? Mine is Halo Legends. Oh. At Kroger? Shut up, Spotify. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Can't think of any. Yeah, I can't think of any. Favorite and least favorite gag in manga. Favorite and least favorite. Favorite gag. Favorite gag. I'll say my least favorite gag. I don't think this is a gag. I think this is just comedy. Repeating the punchline, I hate that. Nothing I hate more than that. That's for my favorite gag. Anytime they reference like an old anime, those are my favorite gags because I usually get them. Nobody else does. I'm like, hey, that's a reference to Legend of Galactic Heroes in episode 4 when the Republic did the thing. Oh, but nobody gets it. Nobody understands. I'm the only one that does. My favorite bald character, Major Armstrong. Oh, absolutely. Thanks for the stream, man. No, thank you for watching. What's your favorite animal? Cats. Love kitties. Meow. Favorite villain turned ally. Favorite villain turned ally. Favorite villain. There's gotta be. Can I say Askeladd from Vinland? He's kind of a villain and an ally at the same time. I don't think he turns though, so I don't know if that's acceptable. Thank you for ending the stream soon. I don't think I'll be able to feed my 5 children because I'd be stuck here. You should go and feed your 5 children. Do you hang out with Kotomine? You know, I just, you know, I'm neither evil nor good. I like the outcomes where people suffer the most, which is why I am, you know, not letting Koros go because I'm talking and I'm not ending the stream. So, because he doesn't feed us. I'm just a terrible joke. Oh, good lord. thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Much appreciated. I hope to do some more of these, of course. I'm trying to do one every week. But some weeks maybe will not make much sense. We shall see. We shall see though. As long as you people keep turning up, I'll keep doing these. We'll say that. So thank you all for coming out. Yeah, that's all I got. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.